Hi guys, how you doing? So this is the answer key to the review that you guys are taking today. So just go through it, see how you're doing. If you have any questions, please reach out to me over the next 2 days. So the first question, choose the ordered pair shown in the mapping diagram. So if you remember, the x or the input is the x coordinate, the output is the y coordinate. So we have 18 to 1, which means that's point 18 comma 1, 30 to 2, okay, 16, 4, and 40 comma 3. Those are all the points that are there. Next one says write a function rule for the output is 2 less than 6 times the input. All right, so the output is 2 less than 6 times the input. So the input is x, so that would be 6 times the input is 6x, and 2 less than that would be minus 2, 6x minus 2. The next one says graph the function. Okay, you remember how to do this, so it's in the form y equals mx plus b. So negative 2x minus 3, negative 3 is our y-intercept. Our slope is negative 2, so down 2, right 1, and there is our graph. Next one, tell whether the function is linear or nonlinear. Well, clearly this is linear. It's a straight line. Next one is use a graph to represent the relation shown in the mapping diagram. Then determine if the relation is a function. Okay, so we need to map all these points or graph all these points. So we have x, 1, y, 1, so 1, 1. Then we also have 1, 4, 2, 2, right here, 3, 1, 4, 3. Okay, so is this a function? The correct answer is no, because there are 2 y's for this single x term, so no. Okay. Write a function for the rule. The output is 3 more than half the input. Okay. So y is going to equal, now I don't have the ability to type it in here properly, but that would be 1/2 x, right? Half of x. More than means plus 3. Okay, so y equals half x plus 3. Now when you type it in, you'll have the ability to actually make the fraction. Just the mode I have in right now won't let me do that. Describe if the relation is a function. Okay, so if you remember, in order for it to be a function, the input can have only one output. So if you notice, 9 here has 2 outputs and 14 has 2 outputs, so you need to put that in there, all that information. So no, because both 9 and 14 have 2 outputs. Then you have to give me the definition. So in order to be a function, each input can only have one output. Okay? You put all that in, you'll get full credit. If you leave part of those out, you will not get full credit. Okay, because that's the full explanation for that one. Explain if the table represents a linear or nonlinear function. Use specific information for your response. So remember, in a table, what we have to do is see, is there a consistent slope for any 2 points that we choose. So, basically what we're going to do is we're going to choose 2 sets of 2 points. So, and then you're going to find the slope. So if we take these 2 points right here, now I'm not going to go through finding the slope. You already know how to do that. You can do it on a separate sheet of paper. You don't have to show it to me, but you have to explain it in here, and I'll show you what it is. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a function, this one. I'm sorry, not a function. It's not linear. Okay, no. Actually, sorry. It's not a no. This is nonlinear. Because now we have to prove it. Because when I choose the 2 points, shall I say, when I choose points, and I'm going to name the points, 0, comma, -1, and 2, comma, -1, slope, so I spell it right, the slope is 0. When I choose the points or 4 comma 7 and 2 comma negative 1, slope is 8. For it to be linear, you need a constant slope. And that will be a good answer. That will get you full credit. Okay. The graph shows the distance traveled by a vehicle over time. Describe the change in distance. Okay. A lot of you guys, when I was looking at your work, did not give a full explanation for this. So it's not overly complicated. You just have to give a couple of specific terms, such as consistent increase, consistent decrease, increases faster, increase slows down, then changes direction and decreases at a faster rate, increases at a faster rate. These are the terms you need to have based off of what you say. So since this is linear, it's going to be changing at a consistent rate. There's no changes. It does not go faster, does not go slower, does not level off, does not change directions. Okay. So as the vehicle, as the time changes, I didn't put vehicle in there because it's talking about time. The distance increases at a constant rate. So remember, linear means that it is a constant rate. Let's go to the next one. The table shows the balance of 2 accounts each year for 3 years. Initial amount are year 0, year 1, and then finally year 2. Determine if the balance is linear or nonlinear, then predict which account will have a greater balance in year 3. Okay. So now you have to go through and figure out, okay, if it's linear, so since this is going up by 1 each time, if this goes up at a constant rate, you know it's linear. If it doesn't go up at a constant rate, it's nonlinear. So let's look at account A. This is 550. This is 605, so that is a change of 55 over the 1 year. From 605 to 665.50 is a change of 60.50. So that is nonlinear. So account A is nonlinear because it is changing. It's nonlinear because in year 1 it changes. Changes by 55, and in year 2 it changes by 60. Now, if you look at account balance B, it goes from 625 to 650. That's a change of 25. 650 to 675. That's another change of 25. So account B is linear. Yes, I know I misspelled the cause. Let me fix this. Oh, now it's better. Account B is linear because it changes by 5 each year. The second part of the question says predict which is going to have a greater balance. Account A will have a greater balance because account B will have $700. Oops, let me forgot to put that in. Dollars in year 3. And account A will grow by more than 60.50. So its balance will be greater. Oops, let me spell that correct. Greater than 700. Okay. So let's look at question 11 now. Explain if the following equation is linear or nonlinear. This obviously is going to be nonlinear because I cannot get it into the form y equals mx plus b. So if you remember, when x is in the denominator, there's no way that I can get it into the numerator or outside of the equation. So in order for it to be linear, x has to be either in the numerator or outside the fraction. So this is nonlinear because x is in the denominator. To be linear, it needs to be in the form y equals mx plus b. And x would need to be in either the numerator or not in fraction. Explain if the following equation is linear or nonlinear. Well, can I get this into the form y equals mx plus b? Yes. If I subtract 4x from both sides, I will have that equation in the form y equals mx plus b. So yes. Yes, it is linear. Plus, if I subtract 4x from both sides, the equation will be y equals negative 4x plus 7, which is, oops, if I spell that correct, which is in the form y equals mx plus b. Please reach out to me if you guys have any questions. You can ask me Monday. You can ask me Tuesday. Totally fine. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.